The funnels of lifetime helping. You've got good friends to keep you out of trouble. The best ones are still drinking with you. And there's no good reason why. Alcohol judgment just don't mix.
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 Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Joey Licea. Today, I have a special guest, very special guest. She's been on the show like probably 10 times already in different fashions. Please welcome the one and only Diana Licea.
Oh, please. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was very, very loud. Whoa.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Please welcome Diana Licea to the show, everybody. My bad. My bad.
Oh my god, that was really scary.
What else is there? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Welcome back. Today we have many hot topics to talk about. A lot of things are going on with us, and not just with us, but also in the news. We just welcomed our third child 1 month ago from yesterday. And it's a girl. If you guys were watching the podcast last time, we talked about that. The last one with her. And we have that going on. And also we wanted to talk to you guys about some other stuff and just goof around. So welcome.
Welcome.
In our third child is a girl. We had two boys, so that's one of the things that we're talking about. I wanted to talk to you about the difference between men and women. Like how is it with the kids? How are you doing with the kids when it comes to like the different sex? Like, is it different? Is it challenging? Is there anything that's like different in a bad way, in a good way?
Yes, it's different. One thing that we can, I guess, both agree is a lot of the times, our babies or boys, especially when they were newborn, we would change their diaper and they would pee on us. But then the pee would go up, and this time it doesn't go up; it just goes
down. Yeah, and that's something that I've never had the boys pee on me.
I have
never. I mean, Leo almost did, but he never got me. But I missed it and I stopped it. I plugged the hole before it was. But with our girl, yeah, she's peed on me in the beginning, mainly like in the first couple days. She would just pee and it was just like a water fountain, just or just like a I don't know how to explain it. I guess just a overflow of water
on
That's
her
what
back.
It feels like on me, on my hand. I'm
on your hand.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay. And so yeah, that's I never really realized that was a thing. Kids just pee. And it's like it's like the I feel like it's the air that hits them. They just feel free and they just want to pee because they're not peeing when the diaper's on, but when you take the diaper off, they're like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So that's something obviously different. I don't know. I feel like it's been pretty much similar. I can't really pinpoint something to say, this has been very different from our two boys. I mean, we are just a month in. We do see a lot of changes throughout, couple like week. They say, they're going to go through like a growth spurt, week 6, 8. I know we went through that with Sebastian around 3 months. That's when he stopped sleeping. Like, we had a really, really rough time with him up until he was 18 months. Like, he would not sleep through the night, and it was really hard for us to put him to sleep. And then with Leo was pretty easy. I mean, yeah, of course, the first few weeks was, and as the first time parents, it was just so exhausting. Like, we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
But then once he hit 4 months, he just started sleeping through the night. And with her, she's been fighting her naps the last 2 days. It's like a hit and miss with her, I feel like. And I was reading that there is a certain time during the day that babies tend to fight their naps, which is, I can say it's pretty much accurate. Like her nap from, I don't know, 1 p.m., from 1 to 5 p.m. Like it's really hard for her to like fall asleep. But then if I put her to take a nap, or like her last nap before she falls, where we put her to bed, which is around maybe 6 o'clock, she will sleep. And I have to wake her up, of course, to feed her, and do the whole nighttime routine. But she's been fighting her naps. And I mean, I guess we're trying to learn her personality to see where that's gonna take us.
She's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really funny. Her cries are just different.
She's just cries and is like she's demanding attention like immediately.
Yeah, I noticed. Telling the viewers, with her, you know this, but she her little girl, she definitely like was a little while there when she needed someone to hold her. And the second you put her down, even if she's sleeping, the second you put her down, she's up. Like, nope, put me back in the arms of whoever.
Well, that was like the first 2 nights in the hospital. Like those were, I say, the roughest nights out of this whole month for me. The first 2 nights, because that she wanted just to be held. Like the minute you would put her in the bassinet, she would just start to cry. So I mean, I'm thinking, it's just obviously she's in a brand new place. But I think, I mean, I feel like we have those days where she's okay if you rock her, put her to sleep, or lay her down and she'll stay. Or like today where
There was a day when I was walking around the house and she would, every time I put her down, she'd wake up. Like it was just, maybe the hospital, I vaguely remember that, but I remember it was a day here that all that happened. And I remember thinking like, okay, that's crazy. Like I don't mind holding her. Like there's sometimes when I feel like I wish we could take a nap together. Like I can just lay back and have her lay with me, but that happened like once or twice. Never again. I can't get her to do it.
not safe.
It is. If we're all right here and I have her on my stomach and I'm laid back.
I would not trust myself.
Well, I mean, if you're up and around, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not to sleep at night. I just mean like,
No, I know, like for
like
a
a
nap,
nap, and
but
like I'm out here and the kids are out here.
even worse, the kids are out here.
Well, it seems like the boys when they're doing their thing, she's okay. It's like just being around us is fine. Sometimes I feel like that. Like if you just laid her right there in the corner, in a bassinet, she would be like okay if we're just doing our thing here.
I mean, we've tried it. Like, I know the first 2 weeks she was perfectly fine taking a nap out in the living room with all the chaos going on. But then after week 3, she wasn't.
So you've tried it. You've tried them both. I didn't know if you were still trying that anymore.
I have. Yeah. I've tried at least to do like the last nap of the day because I don't want him to really fall like into a deep sleep, because then I still have to wake her up. And it's during the time that we're having dinner. And it's easy. I mean, it doesn't matter whether she's here in the living or in the room, but babies are so smart, and that's why I was so worried that she was going to get used to this bassinet that we have out here. And then once it was time for us to actually transition to like taking her to the room, which is where she's going to sleep, that she wasn't going to want to. And I've always been very strict when it comes down to the kids' schedule. Like I need to follow a routine and a schedule for them. And I've learned that about myself now with 3 kids, is that if my kids don't sleep or if they don't take their naps when they should, my day is completely ruined because I cannot do anything. So now imagine Leo stopped taking naps,
A while ago.
a while ago, but Sebastian, he's still taking one nap. And now with him, let's say there has been a day or days that he won't want to take a nap, and then we have her, who is also not wanting. And I mean, having a newborn is like, especially when you're breastfeeding, you're on demand. So it's not like, I mean, I've tried to keep her like on a schedule, like, oh, okay, let's do every 3 hours exactly. No, it's like if she's up before and if she's fuzzing and like she wants it now, and it's like, okay, I have to go and I have to stop what I'm doing. So if it falls during the time that Sebastian didn't fall asleep and she's crying because she needs to be fed, and then I was thinking of utilizing that time to make lunch. It's like, it's chaotic. I mean, right now you're here.
No, I mean, yeah, and that's something that I've had to deal with on a short-term basis, where I forgot what you were doing in the room or something. You're doing laundry or something, or you had walked out to go get the mail, or you did something. You went to go do something, and I had to deal with crying Camila. Sebastian needed to take a nap, and Leo was like in the middle of eating, so it was like I had to clean up Leo's stuff. It was like I was in the middle of like, okay, how am I gonna do this? And luckily you came back in time or maybe I had started it and then you had came and helped me. But I remember being like, dude, like just you taking Camila helped a bunch, because I'm so used to the boys. So it's like, okay, let me just do this real quick and then do that real quick. And that's something that I worry about in the future for you, in the mornings, taking them to school. Like that's going to be rough. And I'm going to need a bigger car for sure. Like today made me realize that. We went to the park today. We took them all to the park and we were packed, 3 kids in the back.
Yeah.
And it was like a reality check. Like, holy shit.
And then, I mean, I think if Leo didn't need to be in a booster seat, you might be able to.
Right. And that's why I keep asking you, like, and I keep seeing 12. Is
yes.
when they get out of a boot, which is kind of crazy.
But
because 10 seems like too old to be in a booster seat.
Yeah, but then also the weight has to.
I understand that, but like we had just talked about, Leo is bigger than, he's taller than the kids in his class. He's built a little bit different. So I'm hoping that would be like perfect time to be like, hey,
no,
let's just sit.
But it's not gonna happen in 3 months, let's say.
Right. Well, yeah, that's my whole thing with that. So let's get into the pregnancy. How did the pregnancy go?
It was very rough. It went well. It was fine. Nothing major, nothing, it was fine, but it was more of the body was very tired this time around.
Well, shit, 3, almost like in the last 5 years.
Yes, but then I think, how did like all these moms like who have 5+ children?
They probably have a lot of help,
or they started very early in their their age.
Right. What was the record?
It was 68, 62, I believe.
So the record is the guy had 68 kids. One couple, same girl, same guy. Had, he didn't have multiple marriages. He had 68 kids. Let me look it up.
60 plus. I can't remember. But we haven't even looked into like when did they start having kids, and they had to have multiple. Like they probably had, twins.
And that's what I'm thinking, because there's no way. Yeah, twins or triplets had to be a thing.
Yes, they had to have
something, because even if you had one a year, that's 68 years, right? And that's like impossible. Maybe, I mean, who knows?
Right. But yes, it was.
Okay, you ready? The record for the most children born to one woman is 69 by Valentina Vasileva, the wife of Fedor Vasilev, a Russian peasant. She had 27 pregnancies between 1725 and 1776. So do the math on that. 27 pregnancies, 69 kids.
Okay, hold on. 27 pregnancies?
Including, okay, here we go. It breaks it down right here.
Including?
It breaks it down right here. Including 16 sets of twins
16 sets of twins.
7 sets of triplets and 4 sets of quadruplets.
See, yeah, that's the only way.
That is fucking crazy. What's up with these people? Like, what are they doing with their lives?
And does it say like that mean they all lived?
That is a good question. Okay, 1707 she was born. She died in 1782.
Wait.
She wasn't even.
Wait, she was born in 17.
She died a 75-year-old lady and had 68 kids. 69. 69. Russia. She gave birth for the first time in 1725.
Wait. When was she born?
1707. And she had her first kid at the age of 17. She was 18.
Uh-huh.
Right? No, she was 25.
Yeah, no, she was 18.
Okay. She gave birth in 27 confinements to 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. 67 out of 69 births. 67 survived
67
out of 69 births.
Wow.
The names of the children, along with their dates of birth and death, are all unknown. Calculations tally that Vasiliev was pregnant for a total of 18 years throughout the 40 years. According to documents published in Quadruplets and Higher, multiple births by Mary M. Clay, Valentina Vasiliev lived to be 75 and died in 1782, the same year as her husband. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, that's a crazy life.
Oh my gosh.
And that was before diapers.
Yeah.
So, like, they used to use cloths and rewash them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying your grandma did that.
Yeah.
That's not. She was around when they invented diapers.
My grandma?
Yeah, I remember that we looked it up back then.
Mm-hmm.
She had kids, and in the middle of her having kids, that's when diapers were invented.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When were diapers invented? 1942. In Sweden.
So, no. So
Yeah,
diapers. No, the diapers were already.
Your grandma started having kids right before that.
No, after.
Your grandma was born in 1920. 1920 something. We just did her 100-year.
No, you keep on saying 100 year for the past. Who knows how long? She's gonna be.
I thought she turned 100.
No. She was born in I think she's gonna be 104 next year.
We took her to 100th birthday.
Yes. That was so she's gonna
4 years ago.
No, Sebastian, 3 years ago. So she's gonna be 100. She's 103 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so do the math. She was born in 1920.
20. Yes, 1920.
Okay. So she had her first kid when? How old was she when she had her first kid? Was she 22? Because when she was 22, diapers were born. Diapers were born in 1920. And she was 22 when diapers were invented.
Right, but then she lived out.
Right, but when did she have her first kid?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well,
No,
so it could have been younger than that, around that time. So she basically lived her life, probably her first kid without diapers.
All of her kids without diapers.
Because they were in the fields.
Yes. I think probably the only one that I don't even know of the last maybe 2 that she had regular diapers, but I really don't think so.
I would have drove my ass into town and got diapers.
With what money?
Steal that bitch.
Well, they survived.
Diaper runs.
Diaper runs.
Beer runs. Diaper runs.
Yeah.
So can we bring out the bill? Can we break it down? That'd be funny. No? Not what we're going to pay, but let's just break down what they charged us. So we're going to break down the bill of what Sharp charged us. Okay, yeah.
Oh. And then the funny thing is that in red letters, this is your final notice. Your balance is past due. We are preparing to send your account to collection agency. This is the first time I got this.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then this is only for me.
This is the bill just for you, not for
The
baby.
baby. So, to have a child in United States,
California, San Diego.
this is San Diego, we are looking at $31,390 with 49 cents. That's how much it costs if you want to come to America and have children here. Okay. They also say that the nurses in the US are the best, according to
Really?
Is
Is that true?
I saw this TikTok of this lady. I mean, she was from another country, like a Latin America country, and she was saying, "Oh, this is my experience having a child in the United States. The nurses in the US are the best. They are the sweetest, are so kind." And then I started reading the comments and other people talking about other countries in Latin America, how they're so rude. They're talking about Mexico, how they get upset, like the nurses get upset if you even ask them for one single thing. So I mean, I don't have anything bad about the nurses.
No,
here,
and that's no, and I will say that too.
they're very nice.
I only had one problem, was with their first son, and we talked about it on the Alex podcast. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, everyone was
So-
very, very, very chill.
So I guess moral of the story is, you will have amazing nurses, but they will cost you over $31,000 to have a child here. And then let's not even talk about you better be either a citizen
Oh yeah, well, they'll roll you right into ice chamber.
otherwise your child is not going to be a U.S. citizen, and
Oh,
you're
yeah.
still going to have to pay this bill, and you're still not going to be a U.S. citizen. That's another topic. But so what we were saying, my bed and breakfast. Let's talk about my bed and breakfast.
What did they word it as? It sounded like the first thing when you told me what they charged you, I thought of bed and breakfast, but if they worded it something weird.
Well, I mean, so basically the first one is room and board.
Room and board. That's what
Room
it
and
sounds like.
board.
Which basically is they did give you breakfast.
It's a semi-private 2-bed, my bed plus your bed, which
Is that what it says? It's a semi-private 2-bed.
yes, it's
Like it's a fucking like
It's-
a hotel.
it's like a suite.
like a summary. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like summarizing the room. A semi. Oh my
So
god.
the room that we were in, it cost us $16,900. Okay, for that amazing hospital bed that is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
Oh, the bed was uncomfortable.
oh yes, very,
Oh, wow.
very, very uncomfortable.
Well, that couch is very uncomfortable as well.
Right.
And just to kind of go into my situation, is I didn't know until this third baby that the couch opens up.
Yeah, you did.
Did I do it last time?
You did with the first.
I didn't do it with the first.
You did.
I did not.
You did not do it with the second one for
Okay,
sure.
It was the first one. Then I didn't with it. I thought that, but I remember I didn't know that.
You missed out on that charge. $16,000 you paid, and you did not use the bed correctly.
Jesus Christ.
So for pharmacy, for the Tylenol, the ibuprofen, the witch hazel pads, and then the dermaplasts.
Didn't they also give you like hardcore shit?
No, I didn't. No,
You didn't take the what's it
no,
called?
the
Oxycontin.
No, I didn't. I was only taking ibuprofen.
But they offered you. You didn't take it?
No.
Okay.
So for over-the-counter pills, basically, 155 with 49 cents. The lab, so and anything that all the blood it took out and everything, that was $1,293. The anesthesia, which I did get an epidural this time, was $2,040.
Wow. For an epidural's $2,000.
Hey, that was worth it.
That's crazy.
That one was worth it. The labor and delivery room where we had our baby,
Okay.
that one is $11,000.
hmm
Which it's like
That's crazy.
I would have swapped it. I would have made that one $16,000, and then where we stayed
Yeah. It's
11.
kind of scary
Why?
because of all the tools, and it was more set up for like surgery, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
There's so many tools around, and it looked like there was like, do you see the floors? They had like the drain in the floor, so it's like
Yeah.
they just like hit it with the hose, and that kind of like
Mhm.
it felt like Saw. I didn't like that.
It felt like
like that room in Saw.
oh, okay.
It just felt like dirty and stupid. Like, why is there a couch? Why am I sitting on this couch here? It just
Mhm.
felt dirty.
So, anyways, we're still waiting for Camila's
Bill.
bill, and then there was I was able to log into my app, and there is one for her for the discharge. So basically for the 2 days that we were there, but once we were already in our room. So I guess the 2 times that the doctors went in to check on her, that's like a $500 bill. So we're still waiting for whatever they did to.
So every time a doctor comes into the room, it's $500.
It looked like, yeah.
So then I should have been even more mad at that guy the first time. Like, then leave. We don't need it.
You're so dumb.
This fucking doctor the first time gave me
Stop
shit.
it. Yeah.
No, man, he gave me shit. So they know what we're talking about. He gave me shit for. He claimed that every time he went in there, which now I'm wondering how many times he went in there. He gave me shit for sleeping, and he told me that like every time I come in here, you're sleeping. I'm like, dude, I was like half asleep when he called me out, and I was so fucking pissed. I was like this close to just cussing him out, but I just somehow had everything in me to be like, okay, you know, I'm the guest.
He did it in a joking way.
I was half asleep. I don't recall. I just remember it being very
He kind of laughed, and he's like, "Hey, like every time I come, you're
Did
sleeping."
he really?
Yeah.
I did not remember that.
Yes. No. He
I
said
took it as like a very like
he was
I took it like he was being just like he said it in a mean way.
no, he did.
Okay, well that's my first time hearing this,
No,
so that makes it a little better because I didn't know that. I thought it was like he was literally like being a dick.
No, he was
Oh, okay.
more like clowning on you, like not and not no, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how much it costs to have a fucking kid in San Diego in 2025. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad everything went well. I love how with you, I mean, I only know you, but I'm just our experiences having 3 kids, you know, it's been you know, I mean, I don't want to say easy. It's been a lot simpler than what I've some of the stories I've heard of people having. My mom always gives me shit, or you know, she would joke with me, but she was in labor with me for 72 hours. And she always gives me shit for that. Like, you know, like especially when we get heated arguments, she'd be like, I carried you, you know, she's like, you know, which I can, you know, I always heard that growing up.
It's a common thing for mothers to do, like once like
Yeah. And you know, she joked, but she was really like, but my thing was, you know, it didn't hit me until I started having kids. Like what 72 hours really is, you know, that's a long time.
we
And
never hit 72 hours.
With you, that's what I'm saying. That's why my point of this whole speech I'm saying is that I'm so glad that with you it's been quick. Our first, we had him within 8 hours of you going into the hospital. The second, we had him within an hour of you going to the hospital. We just made it. And then with our third, we showed up at the hospital at 6:30. We had her at 9. It was 9 in the morning. So it was literally like a couple hour difference with all that. So that's something that I really am
I told
grateful for.
I told my mom, I said, Mom, I blame you for not being able to get the epidural with Sebastian, because if you would have not taken that long to get here, I would have made it in time. Because I was in labor for exactly the same amount of hours from Sebastian and Camila. Same amount, 3 hours. But the fact that, you know, my mom was already here and it was just like
Right. Her mom was here. So it was easy for me to just, and I got here in like,
you got here very quickly.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think if she would have been here when I was ready to go, I would have made it in time to get the epidural.
What happened with Sebastian? Like, were we not expecting him? Like what happened? We were expecting him on the 22nd. And he's born
No.
the 16th.
What?
You're getting your induced in on the 22nd. So we're
Something
waiting
like
for
that.
that. So why didn't we have your mom hanging out like we did with Camila? That's probably why we didn't know. That's why we did it this time. But we should just had your mom hanging out.
We didn't know.
And it wasn't even a day I was here.
Yeah.
It was Sunday. Like I was off.
Yeah. We didn't know. They always say, "Oh, the second one comes in quicker." It sure did, but then they would tell me with the third, like the third one, it has a mind of its own. Like we don't know, like whether they are or they're gonna take longer.
I always hear the first one is the one that takes a long
It's
time, and then
yeah,
the two after that, they just come out. That's what I heard. I've always heard with my mom. That was the case. You know, I was the only one that she had to wait.
yeah.
Even then, I was late. I was supposed to be born on the 22nd,
Mm-hmm.
and I was born October 7th. I was supposed to be born September 22nd. I was delivered on October 7th, so that's why she was like,
She was done.
yeah, they were ready. And like the reason why I was born October 7th, at least from what I remember, I haven't been in Bakersfield in a long time, but the last day of the fair was always my birthday, because that was the day. Like that's when she walked.
Mm-hmm.
Like they told her, the doctor told her, walk, just walk, and she went to the fair, the last day of the fair, and she walked. So always, as I grew up, the last day of the fair, the Kern County Fair, was on my birthday. I think they changed it to where like they overlap. It does something else now, but that's how I used to always remember my birthday, the fair.
Yeah.
We'd go to the fair on my birthday.
That's where you spend your birthday.
Yeah, the Kern County Fair. You know, I used to love it. I still love it. I would love to go back, but you know, it's way cheaper than the San Diego Fair for sure, and it's way more like just low key.
Yeah.
It's not like, you know, not a lot going on. Like San Diego one has a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
There's so many people there. Someone told me, I probably shouldn't say on the podcast, people could hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Someone told me that the first day is the day you want to go to the fair, at the San Diego Fair,
Mm-hmm.
because no one's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I want to go.
I've heard that
I
too.
want to go the first day.
It's too expensive.
It is, but I like going, and I want the kids to learn about it. So it'd be cool to go. So if we, the only thing I do not like about that is I don't care about the money. It's fine. Like I like that they're having fun. I hate the people. Just the crowded, can't move. I don't like that. It's very, very frustrating. And then like when you buy food, you have to like sit against a pole.
There's-
You know, there's no seats.
There's
It's
not enough.
yeah, you have to sit against the pole or like stand up and eat. I don't like that. That's why I like when we go to SeaWorld or the zoo, there's always somewhere to sit. They have enough places for Legoland. There's always a spot to sit. And even then they have their grass clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I trust that grass because there's no dogs in there. Like I don't trust the grass out here. Like Leo and the
No.
boys want to sit outside. No. Dogs, everyone just walks their dogs up and down this fucking place. Like no, they don't. Come on. Think about it. And Sebastian's trying to like put pine cones in his mouth. Dude, there's probably dog piss on that shit.
No, there is.
Yeah. And it's like, come on, don't do that, bro.
Well, it's the same thing if you take them to the actual park.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is like that's why I trust SeaWorld. The grass fields at SeaWorld.
But then people are still walking.
But there's no dogs taking shits and piss in it.
But then you have seagulls.
Yeah. Not. I mean, no. Not
Yeah.
really. If there's a wire,
Every time.
then you get away from the wires. So you don't park under a wire, like an electric wire. The pigeons are gonna piss in or shit all over your stuff.
They're not pigeons, they're seagulls, aren't they?
Birds.
2 times that I've been to SeaWorld, I've gotten pooped. When I was a child and it was a field trip,
Really?
it got on my Mervin's jacket.
Seagull?
A seagull? Probably a seagull. And then one of the times that we went that we had to pass, remember?
No.
We were watching the actual, the Shamu.
And a bird shit on.
Yes. And Sebastian was small because we invited your sister. It was the day that we invited your
I
sister.
don't remember that.
And I had poop everywhere. I'm like, oh, God, great.
I don't remember that. Did we
Yeah.
buy you some merch to
No.
pick you up?
No, you didn't buy me anything.
I know I offered. I had to have offered. I always offer, and you probably were like, no. My frugal ass, no.
Meh. No, but yeah, all grasses are dirty.
I don't believe it. I mean, yeah, all grasses are dirty,
Of
but the
course.
ones right here in front of me, the ones in front of our in this apartment complex are not sittable grass. You do not want to sit on that grass. People do not pick up after their dogs, and dogs piss everywhere.
Yeah, they do.
What was the subject? How did I get off on this? Oh, SeaWorld and the zoo,
Oh
the
no, the
fair.
fair. You were born
Yeah, I
October
was born on the
7th.
fair. Um,
I'm
yeah,
talking about fast deliveries.
right. And that's one thing I'm very grateful for you, and I'm glad we're over it. We're through it. No more, right?
No more.
No more.
No more.
Can we agree on that? 'Cause we were
Yes.
wrestling with the last one.
Yes.
We were
No.
wrestling with will we, should we not, should we? And we decided to do it. And because of this final hurrah, how do you say it? I'm gonna get a vasectomy. Yay! And I'm gonna throw a party.
We're gonna a party or funeral?
Both a funeral, then a party.
And then a party. How do you feel about that?
I'm actually kind of conflicted about it,
Yeah.
but I know it's the right thing to do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's something that has to be done
I
eventually.
mean, you have the girl already.
Yeah, but my only thing is just like, who knows? Who knows what happens down the road? What if, like, for some reason you're like, because we are older. I mean, we're 39, you know, and that's something they were telling us when we had our first kid, you know, when we were 34. They were telling us, you guys are too old to do this. You know, they're kind of giving us those vibes, kind of giving us those, you know, and then the second one, remember your friends would tell you the same thing. Oh, because, you know, you and your friends have had kids around the same time, and they would kind of say the same thing to them or insinuate things. And we're thinking like, okay, so it's going to get harder.
Mhm.
And what if for some reason it doesn't get harder anymore? What if for you it's just not hard and we can just have them? You
No.
don't want to have
I-
69 kids?
No. I don't want to have any more kids.
What if the world is ending and you're the only one who can provide kids and you're my wife? So I got to give you those kids to provide the world. And it's our responsibility to make kids.
No.
What if that happens? Like some crazy like movie Walking Dead type situation.
I would say, nah, brah.
Your body's done.
Yes.
You're done.
Yes. I'm telling you, this time you saw it. I was really hurting. I was really suffering
When?
when I was pregnant, like those last weeks.
Oh, not the actual delivery, but like leading up to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
We both were exhausted, like just over it.
you what?
Well, just we were like waiting for it to come. Like we're waiting for the day.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the moral support of you feeling also tired.
No, but we were both like it felt like forever. This pregnancy for you felt for like it lasted forever, right? Or just me? It felt longer than normal.
No, it felt no. Actually, it went by quick.
I felt like it
To
went
me.
really long.
Was it because
I mean, maybe
you were
having to deal with your hormones.
maybe?
It felt like, okay, I'm waiting for this to be over.
Okay,
I remember the
I'll
last
give you
day.
that.
The last day. Remember we got into an argument. We talked about the argument about you insisting on walking with your mom to Vaughn's. You're like, this is like the day before she gave birth, right?
Yeah.
She gave birth Tuesday morning. It was Monday, and she's like, it was in the morning. She goes, tonight, I got off of work at 1:30, and she's like, tonight, my mom and I are gonna walk to Vaughn's, and then we're gonna go to Menchie's next door, and we're gonna order ice cream. And I go, no, you're not. And she's like, okay. Well, she wanted me to go with her, and then I said, no, you're
We
not.
were all gonna
No,
walk.
no, it was you and me. You said you wanted me to go with you first. Sorry, I'm gonna need to do the story. So she wanted me to walk with her, and then when I said no, she got mad and she went and got her mom. She goes, me and my mom are gonna go to Benji's, and I go, no, you're not. And she's like, why not? And I go, you're not gonna walk half a mile down the street to the shopping center and just frolic around, thinking you're just without a car. What if you go into labor? And she had just went to the hospital that day, and her doctor's appointment, and they told her she was 5 centimeters dilated. And then she has the nerve to tell me I'm walking. No, you're fucking not. You're staying near a car, a vehicle with someone who's able to drive it. That's what you're doing right now. Remember that? You were really upset at me. And that was like I'm glad it kind of boiled down to that being the day before, because there were things like that were happening throughout the months prior to that moment where you would say things or do things where I was like, okay. Like, I didn't want to say yes, but I had to, because I already knew it was going to lead to a fight. But what you were saying it was off.
No, it
It was
always makes
no,
sense.
It was a little off. It was like, wait a minute. And it was that Monday I finally had the courage, or I think a couple times before that I had the courage to say, but that was the time when I was like, no, we're not doing it. And you got mad at me.
Mm-hmm. I was just ready to have a child.
And you wanted to walk it out.
Because yes.
But you can't walk it out without a car, sweetheart.
But that's the point. You need to walk. Why?
You need to have a car near you to get to the hospital.
It's not like I was 40 minutes away.
Diana,
it would take you 2 minutes to get.
If you went into labor at Vaughn's, I would have to run my ass fucking half a mile home, get the car, drive to you, pick you up, and then take you to the hospital.
It was the same amount of time that it took you to get from work to home. Think about it.
Diana, no.
Think about it. Yes.
I'm not in the middle of Vaughn's. Just sit, and I'm leaving you there.
Maybe Vaughn's would have sponsored us for a whole year of groceries.
It would never. They would have made us clean up that fucking mess. You saw what they did to the protesters.
Okay, that's different.
Anyways, what ended up happening was we ended up compromising that me, our oldest, and Diana would go to Vaughn's, shop for whatever little things
we
she
needed. Things.
Shop for some things, and then go to Menchie's and get ice cream for Sebastian, our youngest at the time, and Grandma. Grandma was at home with us, watching the kids, helping us with the kids. So that was the plan. So boom, we go Vaughn's with the oldest, then we go get some frozen yogurt, and then bring it back. And it worked out. And even that night, I was like, we had some tea that was like supposed to make you go into labor. What's up with that?
So, I went to the doctor on Monday, and basically that week I had two scheduled appointments, because then the following Sunday I had my induction already scheduled. So then I said, okay, no, I don't want to get induced. I'm going to try everything to be able to go into labor before my induction. And so I had planned that sometime one of those 2 appointments that I had scheduled, I was going to have them do a cervical check and see where was I standing. However, I wasn't planning on getting what they call a membrane sweep, which is basically they kind of push like where your cervix is, to kind of like soften it. And a lot of the times women go into labor. So when I get my cervix checked, the nurse, she's like, she's just doing the cervix, but then I never told her to do a membrane sweep. I just wanted to know if I was dilated. And at the end, I'm like, okay, so am I dilated or not? And she's like, oh yes, you're 5. I'm like, what? She's like, I can even push it to 6. She's like, I can even go deeper and make you be 6 dilated. I'm like, wait a minute, no. She's like, yeah, I didn't go really rough on you. I'm like, so she did a membrane sweep. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, okay. And because of my previous experiences, when I've gotten a cervical check, I've gone into labor 2 days after. So then I was already thinking, okay, if I get a cervical check today, Monday, maybe by Wednesday, I'll go into labor. And then if not, I have a appointment on Thursday, and then for sure that day I'll get a membrane sweep. But I wasn't ready for Monday. So then I was kind of like achy on Monday after my appointment. But I wasn't feeling, I mean, I was just tired. I was just feeling a little off. Like nothing. And then I'm thinking, like, I think I got one contraction that day at the doctor's appointment. But it was not, I mean, and I knew because I felt like my stomach going hard, and then I saw it on the monitor, but it wasn't painful. And then my friend kept on texting me like, hey, I mean, you should probably go to the hospital right now. You're at 5. They'll go ahead and admit you. Just don't wait because you know what happened with Sebastian, and what if you don't make it? And then I have my cousin texting me too, and then she's like, do you feel anything? Like, and she kept on texting me like throughout the day. And she said, my grandma, our grandma, when she was about to almost also give birth, she said, drink a very hot chamomile tea with a piece of chocolate. And it would start to like boost your body and you'll start with contractions. And I'm like, but I'm not ready yet. Like I was telling my mom, I'm not ready to have this baby today. Like it's Monday. But then I was really tired and I'm like, I'll have the chamomile tea. Like I made myself a chamomile tea. I had no chocolate. And then that was it, and I was fine. Like even like when we went to bed, you asked me like, "How are you?" I'm like, "I just feel fine."
Well, you told me like because you had mentioned that tea. I think you had it for. Did you take it before?
No, because it's. I mean, I don't know. It's supposedly it's known that if you're pregnant, they don't recommend you taking chamomile tea because it can lead up to getting contractions. So no, I had never.
Okay, because you had came in the room. I was like playing the like video game or something.
Mm-hmm.
We're like getting ready for bed, and you came in. You were like, "I'm about to take that tea," and that's why I like before I went to sleep.
And you're like, "Should I call out?" I'm like, "No, don't call out."
Well, I wasn't sure like how this works. You know, I don't remember how this works when it comes to me leaving. I never had to leave work before.
No, you've always
been. First time having. She called me at 6 a.m. Told me, it was exactly. It's like 5:59.
It was 5:55 when
I remember being on the road at 6 a.m. 6:01 a.m. I was on the road, and I remember being like.
And you got to the house at 6:15, and I was already waiting for you on the door. So we got to the hospital by 6:30. Right.
Okay. So that's what happened. Because I remember at work, it felt like forever. I was in the middle of doing a project with my manager, and she was like, I feel bad. She was stressing out. Like, I'm so glad you're here to help me with this.
And you're like,
and I had to be like, hey, I have to go. It sucked. I mean, it just sucked that the situation there. But at the same time, it was like, I've been waiting. I've been ready. Like I said, like it felt like this pregnancy went too long. We've been waiting. And then I had told people at work, like it was coming. And so like for like a week straight, every day I show up, people were like, did you have the baby? Did you have the baby? It was one day like they scheduled me off because of 4th of July. We get paid, so they scheduled me another day off. It was a Monday. I'm never off Mondays, but everybody thought I was off because we had the baby. And the next day, everyone was like bugging me, and it's sweet, it's nice of them, but it was just like fuck. Every day having to come in and be like, not yet, not yet. So it was kind of a relief to be like, okay, it's here. I gotta go because everyone was asking me, even my manager. So I told her, hey, it's happening right now. I gotta go. Boom. And then one of my coworkers was like, just go, hurry, go. And I went, clocked out, walked back, and left. And then so 6 o'clock, I got the message, we're having a baby, it's happening. And then 9:06 a.m. she's born.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy.
It was fast.
It was very quick.
Yeah.
And you probably could have had it quicker, but they had us waiting for like an hour. When I took that nap, they had us waiting for an hour. Oh, we'll just wait and we'll come back and check on you guys. I thought we both they turned off the lights.
I think you're right. It would have come quicker because I was the one that told the nurse, hey, like check me, because I felt pressure more constant, and so I had her check. But then the minute they broke my water, that's when it's like, okay.
I just remember it being like 8 o'clock, 7:59, and they're like, just rest. And me laying on that piece of shit couch, the $16,000 couch, and then they had you, and I thought we were both taking a nap. I passed out. I passed out immediately, and you had later told me you weren't sleeping. You were scared, nervous. I didn't know that. I would have been there.
Nervous. I was just like, I couldn't sleep. I mean,
I thought you were like, you said you were like stressing out.
no, I was just a little anxious.
And so 9 o'clock they came in, turned on the light,
Mm-hmm.
and we're like, okay, let's have this baby. And then 6 minutes later, that's fucking crazy to me. That's fucking crazy to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a very nice delivery for me compared to Sebastian's. Sebastian was a roller coaster, and I don't regret anything. I'm glad the way things happen with Sebastian, because it's a different experience, but I was scared to do that again. And then
Natural birth.
a natural birth, but then this time around everything just went very, very smooth. And then throughout my pregnancy I was very worried because I'm older now, and then I kept on reading, seeing stories of moms not making it, or something happening in the middle of their pregnancy or labor. And I mean, obviously, even though this is something so normal, it's part of nature, but once you're in it, you start realizing there's so many things that can go wrong, and there's nothing that you can do as a woman. Most of these cases or things have happened, you can't do anything. And even then, I had learned that there's I can't exactly remember what can happen, but 2 weeks after giving birth, there is still a high possibility of the mom having complications. And that was another thing, and I kept on thinking of all those things. I was very, very worried this time around of something happening to me. So I'm very, very glad. I'm thankful, and thank you, God, that everything went well. Because I was stressing throughout my pregnancy, and then, like I said, more obviously not. It doesn't help that you start to read all these things, and then your algorithm is all about.
Oh yeah,
that.
You showed me your Instagram one time, and it was like
just
so fucking sad.
Yes.
Super fucking sad. So we, between Leo, Sebastian and Camila, our second and our third born, we had another one that didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to them, whoever they are.
Just one.
Well, shout out to them. I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but shout out to them. That's something that happened, and it was very, very sad. But I don't want to forget that whatever that soul was, or whatever that person was going to be. I want to acknowledge them as well. What? No, you did not see a fucking movie.
Gets into that character of
So my son, we were play arguing at dinner today, and my oldest, he's 5, and we get into this a little back and forth, and he does this thing where he spits on me. He goes fake spits on. He spits towards me.
First of all, I've never seen that.
Neither have I. And he didn't actually spit anything on me. He just did he made the sound, did the motion, he did it towards me, he was wanted me to know he meant to spit on me, but he didn't play spitting, right? Mm-hmm. Which I'm glad he didn't. And I go, why'd you do that? He goes, and he sits there for a minute, or maybe 30 seconds, just kind of calculating, and I kind of reading me, and I'm telling him, answer me, why did you just do that? You don't do that to somebody. You don't spit on people. And then he goes, I saw a bee. He dead serious looks at me and goes, I saw a bee. He meant to spit at the bee. It's hilarious, but and then she's has to turn her face because she can't. She doesn't want him. She doesn't want him to see her laughing, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, wow, this kid's wild.
Yeah. I'm scared. He's in school now.
Yeah.
I'm scared that he's gonna be the bully.
Yeah, we gotta beat his ass.
But then I also get scared that they'll bully him, and then I'm
Well,
gonna have to go.
I noticed that
up.
his age. I've noticed at the parks and stuff. His age, generally, I can see that him being. But when it comes to, there's a lot of older kids who I saw them. They kind of like talked down to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't realize. He just
No.
thinks that he's like super. They're being cool, but they're not being cool, and I'm worried about that because he doesn't know that he thinks they're on the same page. They're not.
Yeah.
They're like talking down to him. You know, like, get out of here, kid. I want to get behind. I want you to get behind me on this controversy. So Coldplay are a band that are doing this thing now where they, every show they do, they at their concerts they put like kiss cams on people, right, or something like that, where they just like focus on a couple and they want to see their, you know, I don't know, them interact. And recently, the CEO was with this side bitch at the fucking Coldplay, which is crazy, as a guy, to get caught up with your bitch at a Coldplay concert.
Hey, Coldplay is known to be.
Ugh. Like, of all places,
Yeah.
at a Coldplay concert.
Hey, it's an artist that they sell out. They generate the most income when it comes down to
As a man with,
concerts.
as a macho man, like macho men.
Well, what would you have picked?
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been Taylor Swift or something stupid like that. But I just mean, like, it's funny that he got caught up in it. Anyways, from all that, what do you think about that? What is your opinion on that happening? Is it karma, or is it more of like...
Yes, karma for going out in public with your mistress. And it was meant to happen.
It's fate. It was destiny.
It was destiny to happen because
Poor guy.
no poor guy.
How embarrassing.
No poor guy. You put yourself in that situation. You want to cheat? Know that you will get caught one day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, no poor nothing. No poor guy, no poor her. Her too. She knew he was married. Who, in their sane mind, that is, let's say in this case, the CEO, decides to go to a concert with their mistress, and not only that, but it's their employee.
It was his employee. Yeah. That's another thing too, where like internally there had to have been a situation where it's like, hey, you know, using his power, you know, you can't date employees like that.
No, it's a
especially high end like
interest.
that. Yeah.
So, and HR, come on, HR out of all of them, like, come on. I mean, it's like, I think that's the reason why it was karma for both of them.
And yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was meant to happen, and it was meant to happen that way. So.
No poor them.
No. No poor them.
He's trying to, the last I heard, he's trying to sue the company and Coldplay.
Coldplay?
The band. They're trying to, that guy is trying to sue, and he's chewing the company, which is crazy. I wonder what happened. I wish they'd keep us updated on what's going on. I hope we hear more about this because, I mean, I hope justice is served because that is a very slippery slope. You know, not just with that, what you just said, but more of like, you know, imagine like a couple years ago, or you know, imagine that's been his mistress. That's how you put it better, for 5 years, let's say, right? So within these 5 years, what all the things has he told her, like, hey, do this, like power moves that they're doing together to do shady shit within the business, which is a very, very I mean, maybe not, but that is a very big possibility, considering his position and her position. All the people they've thrown under the bus, all the people they've gotten rid of for no reason, no real good reason, right? I mean,
And you know what? You make a point. Maybe due to things that they've done in the past, someone needed
that's my point.
revenge, and they knew, hey, they're gonna be at the Coldplay. Hey, where's the engineer? I need you to fit the camera on these two individuals.
Or
because
not. And like you said, this was karma. This was karma.
No, I feel that it was karma, but not only that, it was meant to be. They put the camera on them because they knew who he was.
You think that?
Yes.
You don't know that for sure, but you feel
No,
like
no. I feel that. I feel that.
Like he's this rich CEO. They know everyone. Like, hey, that's
Yes.
someone in Coldplay's
He's
team.
someone,
and Coldplay's team was like, hey,
or not even. I don't think Coldplay. But I mean, I don't think so. Who knows? But it's like someone had to tell them like,
Yeah.
hey, he is somebody. Put the camera on them.
Right,
It's gonna go down.
oh really? He thought in a bad way. I
I
thought it was
mean-
more like he's famous. We know him. Like,
No,
like,
no.
He's a city like
No.
the city
How
loves
many
this guy.
other couples were probably there with their mistress too?
And what city was that?
I don't. Arizona.
Was it Arizona?
I think so.
But yeah, I love you
I love you too.
and thank you for this. And I'm glad everything went well, and I hope everyone enjoys, likes our videos, and
Like and subscribe, like Leo
the kids say that. No, you don't have to like and subscribe. You can, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and got something out of it with my wife. So thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Still loud, huh?
Why? Better.
Yeah. Good night.